Hello and welcome back to It's All About You. You are your responsibility. Your identity is your responsibility. Your life is your responsibility. And this is what this channel is all about. It's all about you. It's always been about you, and it always will be about you. And I wanted to share something that came up for me today and how it can really help to speak to living life from the knowing, from the certainty that life is all about you. And it's a simple example, but yet it can open the doors to any area of life should we be willing to look at them. So today I was due to record a podcast episode with Adriana Basorka. We have just started a new podcast together called The Coming Together of Greatness. And it was at 1:30 my time. We were supposed to do it. Now, for the last maybe month or so, I've known that this morning, our internet provider was supposed to come and install fiber cable, install a new router, all of those things. And he's still not here. And it was between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. and it is now 2:15. We did get a call say that he's been delayed and all of these things, and we postponed recording the podcast. But when I messaged Adriana to let her know that we would most likely need to reschedule, I had to take a look at myself and see where was I as the source of it all, as the one who is choosing to live her life consciously, knowing that it's all about me, that life, reality organizes itself to me and always has. Where was my position in all of this? And where has it continued to be? So when I got really honest with myself, with no blame, with nothing other than seeing what was going on, I realized and I noticed that I had been saying to myself, I bet he won't come on time. I bet I'm going to have to cancel the podcast with Adriana. I bet there's just going to be different things happening and it's just not going to happen on time. And if we go ahead and record it, then he's going to come in the middle. It will all be disrupted and it just won't happen the way I want it to. So be it. That is what happened. And there is a deeper implication, as I have heard it called, and I really like that word for it, that we can make anything mean anything. I could choose to let it, oh, it just is what it is. That's how things roll. Sometimes people are delayed in other appointments, and you know what is. But if we are choosing to be the ones that materialize, firstly, ourselves as our true selves, and then materialize our life as we want it to be, then we must be willing to see ourselves as the source of it all. And so have for me to have been saying about this whole situation that he's going to be late, probably won't show up on time, all the things that I've just said, the deeper implication of that is a script that is running of things don't go my way, and this has just come to mind right now as I'm speaking it out loud, I don't get what I want. And that is a part of an identity construct, including the self-concept of myself, how I experience myself in life, and how I perceive my life to be or life to go. And if there is an implication like that in one place, it's possible and likely that it's going to be that way in another place. of life, or in something else that we are wanting to bring to life. And so it's given me the opportunity now to take an honest look and see how that has been running, that identity of, that self-concept of uh things don't go my way. I don't get what I want. And to look at my past reality, to look at my current reality and see where is that the case? Where have I allowed that to be the source of what I'm wanting to experience? And therefore, if that is the thing that is holding the most power in my system, then that is what reality is organizing itself to. Now, I could spend a long time trying, using processes to reprogram myself to do all these things. And there's nothing wrong with that. If it works for you, do it. And as the all that is, as the one who chooses to move through life with the knowing that I am one with God, that I am coded to my very core in His likeness, in His image, and knowing that the only time that exists is now, then in this moment, I can acknowledge the implication that I've been living by, and I decide differently as the one, not to force any changes, not to make anything happen, but to be the one that I choose to be, and to make life all about me, to make me all about me, and to declare from that truth of who I am as the God self, the true self, everything always goes my way. I always get what I want. And to allow that and to commit to that to be true, no matter what's happening. Because when we are the source of ourselves, when we are in alignment as the God self, as the true self, and we are stating that into reality no matter what is going on, things always go my way. Of course, this is going exactly as it should be going. I always get what I want. And the logical mind and or the old self may not be able to handle that as a truth because it will have evidence, it will have examples, it will have reasons for that not to be the case. And this is where we have a choice within ourselves to fall back, to decide that what the old self or what the logical mind is saying is true and live in that way, or come back into the delusion of God self, the illogicalness, if that's a word, of I decide how things go. Everything always goes my way. I always get what I want, as this example. And to hold steady in the implications of living as an identity in that way. That is her self-concept or your self-concept. That is how you experience yourself in your life. And the peace, potentially, or the calmness, maybe that's a better way, that is brought up within you in the knowing that no matter what, everything always goes my way. I always get what I want because I am the all that is, because I am the one, because I am the center of my universe. because I am the God of my reality. And there will be bigger, I won't say bigger like that because some things are bigger than just the internet guy coming. There's a lot of things that are way bigger. And no matter what is going on, no matter what seems to materialize seemingly out of nowhere, but likely from the implications of an old self, an old identity, of how I, you, we used to be, or even in the moment are being, no matter what it is, to hold true in the implications that you're deciding for yourself, in the identity that you are bringing forth from the kingdom within. And there will be moments where it is really, really hard. And still, when you feel like you're about to explode, when you feel like your body is on fire, like you cannot take another step, you might even be curled up in a ball with the old self screaming, I can't do this, this is too much. Even in those moments, holding strong in yourself, that true self that is always in you, no matter what, declaring the truth of who you are from that place, whatever it might be. Everything always goes my way. I always get what I want. I am unstoppable. I am inevitable. I am fucking amazing. I am loved everywhere I go. I am a magnet to the greatest people on this planet. Whatever it is, you have a whole story. Because sometimes it's going to flow and sometimes it is not. And really, it depends how long you have been living, assuming through the implications of who it is that you were conditioned to be. I think I'm going to leave it there. Just notice what you notice as you've listened to this. Have you noticed recently any implications, deeper implications of the meanderings of your internal world? Can you notice you have talked something into being, no matter how big or no matter how small, something that you just didn't want to experience? Can you see the deeper, excuse me, implications of what that really meant, what you're truly saying about yourself and your power and your authority? Because it's all about you. It always has been, and it always will be. Now we wake up to the fullness, the truth, the magnificence of how we consciously make that work for us from here on in. If you've any questions, any feedback on this, or if you would like to work with me as a guide for you to really make life all about you so that you are living as your one true and only identity, your God self, your true self, and how we might do that together, I'll put my email in the description below. I'll see you on the next video. Just remember, you are your responsibility. Your life is your responsibility, and your identity is your responsibility. I'll see you on the next video.